Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading will be the monthly reading. So it's a general reading looking at the energy surrounding us. It's for all of the signs for the month of July 2018. For the reading, I will be doing a 10-card Celtic Cross spread using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck by Jennifer Galasso. And I will also pull oracle cards for additional guidance from the Soulful Woman deck by Shushann, Movessian, and Gemma Summers, and also from the Sacred Traveler deck by Denise, Linn. As I always remind you at the beginning of the videos, these are general videos, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. The only way to get a truly personalized reading would be to order a private reading from me. If you're interested, you can connect with me on the INSTANTGO app. Just download the INSTANTGO app onto your cell phone, and then you can find me there at Changing Phases Tarot. It's a quick and easy way to get in touch with me for sort of yes-no, very quick turnaround questions. You could also email me at changingphasestarot@gmail.com or take a look at my site, changingphasestarot.weebly.com. There you'll find information about the types of readings that I offer as well as pricing for those. And it would be a good time for me to just say thank you all so much for the people who have been with me for a while. I really do appreciate it. And for new viewers, welcome. I'm glad that you found me here on YouTube. Hopefully, if you enjoy the reading today, you will choose to subscribe, and that way you will be notified when I upload new videos. All right, so I will stop for now. I'll see you all for your readings. Hi Libra, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your July 2018 reading. As you can see, I've already laid the spread here to try to save a little bit of time. So let's get started. We have at the center of your reading the Two of Wands, crossed by the Eight of Cups. The foundation of your reading, you have the Six of Pentacles. In the recent past, you have Major Arcana number 1, the Magician. Crowning your reading, you have the King of Cups. In the near future, you have Major Arcana number 2, the High Priestess. You in the reading appear as Major Arcana number 4, the Emperor. Surrounding you in your environment, you have the Six of Swords. Your hopes and fears, you have the Six of Wands. And the outbound energy for the month of July heading into August, Major Arcana 0, the Fool. And the card from the bottom of the deck, overall energy for the month of July, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, and your two oracle cards from the Sacred Traveler deck, you have Traveling Lightly. Simplify your life. And from the Soulful Woman deck, you have card number 6, Self-Belief. Self-belief is the magic key that opens up a better, more inspired future for me. And we'll get into the meaning of the oracle cards once we go through the main reading. I will say before I get into the spread, you have, well, there are a couple of cards that they seem to be coming out in most of the readings that I've done so far. So I would suggest, besides watching your sun sign video, it will be a good idea to watch your moon sign and your rising sign. There might be, there might be messages in the other videos that might also be helpful. Maybe this reading will not resonate, but one of the others might, or maybe, all three together. They can provide you a sort of a clearer, more complete overview of the month. Another thing, you also have both of the transition cards appear in your reading, right? The Six of Swords and the Eight of Cups. And then you also have, cards that speak of, well, these speak of transitioning, sort of moving out of one thing into another. And then you also have new beginnings, right? And choosing sort of new beginnings and then manifestation. So let's, starting here with this Two of Wands crossed by the Eight of Cups. Now the Two of Wands, or Suit of Wands, is fire energy, and it deals with the day-to-day matters in life. It has to do with our work. It's our own drive, determination for getting, for doing the work that we do, for also the, our creativity, our creative projects. And then the twos in the tarot, they have to do with choices, right? Or balance, choices. In the case of the Two of Wands, it's a card of choice, but it's very much you being in control, right? You taking control of that decision, that situation. It's sort of being at a crossroads, right? And you can see that the man here, he's at this crossroads, he's sort of staring down, right? And he's deciding which path is going to be the best one for him to take. And he is the one, only he can make that decision. And he is, he's very sure of himself. He knows that whichever path he chooses, that is the right one for him. So it's a very, it's a very strong, sort of courageous, fearless type of energy. It can have to do with travel. It can have to do with, even overseas travel. It can have to do with choosing sort of between two jobs. This can be, whatever it is that you might be weighing up, and that does sit at the center, right? And it also speaks of a decision, that could be helped or hindered by or influenced by leaving something behind, moving away. And I feel that, at least in the readings that I've done so far, there is this message coming through quite strongly for many of the signs, of this endings and beginnings. I don't know, could have something to do with, we've just had the very powerful full moon in Capricorn. I know that we're heading into July is eclipse season, and there are lots of, energies surrounding endings and beginnings in the month of July, and it's definitely coming through here. So you have the Eight of Cups, and Suit of Cups is water energy. We associate it with, our feelings, emotions, relationships. And the Eight of Cups, you can see that the woman, she is walking away. She's turned her back on, you see all of the 8 cups have spilled out here. So she, at one time, right, or another, she has tasted, or she's, experimented, tried each of the cups here. And these can, represent many different things, and obviously it's going to play out differently for everybody watching, right? These can be relationships. These can be, relationships that or a relationship that no longer serves her, right? Is no longer bringing her joy, fulfillment. This can be, it can be in the career. This could be a job that for whatever reason it no longer suits her. She's no longer fulfilled or happy doing that particular job. And you see, she also has, there is the full moon. I was just talking about the full moon. There's the full moon on this card, and then we have coming up the High Priestess in the near future, and she has the crescent moon here. So there could be, definitely something to do with the eclipses, or this time between, the full moon and the new moon coming in July, the full moon at the end of June, heading into July. But it's walking away from something, either a relationship, a job, just situation that is no longer fulfilling, and then choosing a different path. So this decision, this, picking between or deciding which path to go down, it has to do with leaving something behind. And yes, there's always a certain sense of regret at leaving things behind, even if it's a job that you don't particularly enjoy doing, there is always a certain, not even if it's not regret or sadness at leaving things in the past. But she's not looking back, she has her back turned, she's focused on this path ahead, and she's walking towards this brand new path. So leaving things in the past, heading down a new path. In the foundation, the Six of Pentacles, this deals with, Pentacles is earth energy, and it deals with the material things in life. So the things that we can touch and feel here in the material realm. It's our jobs, it's the money that we earn, it's financial prosperity. And the Six of Pentacles, it's about balance. It's about the give and take, right? And you can see that this woman, she has a basket full of fruit. You can see that she has the Six Pentacles around her. She's in this beautiful, lush garden. So she has more than she needs here. So what is she doing? She is sharing of what she has with others. Or in this case, we have the birds coming in, and she's allowing them to take food out of her basket for them to fly off and either take back to, their nest or just to eat, because she has enough for herself. So this card is very much about being thankful for what you have, but it's also this give and take, right? If today you find yourself in the position of having more, than you need, then it's important to keep that in mind and help others, and it can be just as simple as donations, donating used clothes or things from around the home that you don't need anymore, just donating them to a shelter or to somebody who might be able to use those, right? It can be donating your time, giving of your time. It can be actually volunteering somewhere, right? This card, since it is Pentacles, it does sometimes appear when there's like an actual exchange of money. So this could be you repaying a loan, going back to the bank, repaying a loan, looking for a loan, trying to get a loan. This can be, it can be somebody coming to you and looking for, for a loan of money, or, and you helping that person, or it could be maybe you lent somebody money in the past and they're coming back to repay you. But it's this give and take, of money, and it's sometimes it's sort of referred to as like the mentor-mentee, or so, which is why I said it could have to do with donating time, not just something financial. This could be you volunteering at a youth center, or if you're, I don't know, if you're good at soccer or another type of sports, basketball. It's just going and volunteering of your time to help children or people that might need your help. So it's about giving and taking. And this does sit in the deep past here. So there could have been, this could have been an actual exchange of money here, repaying some type of money, or you looking for, right, trying to seek out a loan. Could have to do with, if you are planning with this sitting at the center, this Two of Wands and walking away, that could have been you looking for some type of financial assistance. You seeking out a loan from the bank, like a small business loan, or, just enough money to kind of start up your own business. If this is a small startup, even working out of your home, it all takes money. So this could have been you, or even doing like, kind of like a Kickstarter project, that type of thing, trying to come up with your own, whatever it is. And so you create this page and try to get that, what is it called? Like crowdsource. What is it called? Crowdfunding. I can't think of the word, but that, people to donate, that type of thing. Now, in the recent past, you have the Magician. So this is very powerful energy, right? This is the major arcana, and the Magician is all about manifesting and bringing those dreams, those ideas, bringing it out of the, just sort of intentions and actually manifesting. And the Magician is powerful. He has all of the tools within his grasp to manifest what, he has the cups, he has the wands, he has everything there, everything he needs to manifest, to bring things into reality. So, with this in the recent past, could definitely have been, you manifesting, you feeling, if you did get some type of assistance here, if this was to start up something brand new, a new endeavor, a new creative project, starting up your own business. This is you just being in control. And we have this, Magician powerful here. This Two of Wands is another powerful card, because it's about you taking, hold of the reins, and you're very much in control of where you're going here. So two powerful cards there. Now, crowning you have the King of Cups. Could be an actual water sign individual, right? And this is sort of what's on your mind or the message coming through from your higher self. Could be an older water sign individual. So you could be, thinking about this water sign individual. You could be in a relationship with this individual. This person could be helping you with this new endeavor. If so, then this is usually, it would be like an older water sign person. So Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, male or female, even though it appears here as a king in these general readings, it's not gender specific, so male or female. But generally older, right? The kings and queens in the tarot, they're usually older because they've mastered that particular suit. They've worked hard. They've gone all the way through the court cards until reaching, the sort of the top, the king and queen position. So he's somebody who's very emotionally stable. He's very, he's compassionate, but he doesn't allow his emotions to rule him. He is caring. He's very fair, but he's, he has a sort of a more of a steady approach, like a very balanced kind of approach to things. So again, could be an individual that is quite significant. If not, this could just be, you taking on the energy of the King of Cups. And if you're dealing with a new endeavor or, with other people, this could be you approaching whatever this is in a more balanced, a more, a fairer or a more compassionate manner. And then in the near future with this High Priestess, this is very much about, and you have the 1 and 2 of the major arcana sort of sitting across from each other here. And she's another very powerful card, right? The High Priestess. She's all about, or she sits sort of between the physical realm and the spiritual realm. And she encourages us to use our intuition, to tap into that, that inner knowledge, that hidden knowledge, listen to our intuition, our psychic abilities, in order to figure something out. And she really, she's very, she's obviously linked to the moon here. So there could be messages coming through, right, at nighttime, while you're asleep in your dreams. It's a good idea to maybe keep a dream journal. When you wake up in the morning, jot down, sort of the first things that come to mind that you remember that you were dreaming. They might seem completely, irrelevant or not at all connected. But maybe as you go through the month, they will start to make sense. Or, one key word that you wrote down, it might appear, I don't know, in a marketing, or an advertisement that you see that might help you with, this new thing, this new endeavor, or this new business, is that type of thing. So, or repeating numbers, repeating messages, even if they seem completely unrelated, and, a little kind of out of the blue, pay attention to them, write them down, and then as the month progresses, see, that you might be surprised how they kind of fit in. And it's that, that little bit of knowledge that comes through in an unexpected way or from an unexpected source that might end up helping you, right? Now you appear, again, major arcana, you appear as the Emperor, and the Emperor is he's a very strong character, right? The Emperor he's like the archetypical father figure in the tarot. So he's even higher than the kings, right? The kings rule their kingdom. The Emperor comes in and he has his empire. He's higher than the kings. And he's, if you think of the sort of that male father figure, that is really what the Emperor is. He tries to, he's very much about structure, control, can be a little over control, like too much control going on with the Emperor. But he's very much about defending, both himself, his home, his family, protecting what's his. He's also somebody who can be, this is obviously you appearing as the Emperor, but the Emperor is usually associated with the sign of Aries. This is fire energy. Obviously you are you're an air sign, but still, it's more of you are taking on this energy. And the Emperor is a good person or a good energy to have, especially if we think of dealing with, a new, like a startup business or a new endeavor, a new project. I mean, he's a very strong and capable energy to have, right? Because he's very he's very powerful. He's very sort of strong. He's very sure-footed. He once he's made a decision, it's very much about, okay, this is how it's going to be, and in order to achieve this, then we're going to do this, this, and this. I mean, he's all about structure. So you could be approaching things that you're dealing with in a very structured manner, right? In a very organized manner. And again, we have in your surrounding, I said you have both of the transition cards. You have the Six of Swords, and the Six of Swords is air energy, right? The Suit of Swords. So cerebral energy, dealing with our thoughts, our mind, our intellect. It's also how we communicate with other people. But it's also a transition card because you see she is walking away, right? It comes after the Five of Swords, and the Five of Swords is a card of battle, right? It's a card of kind of going up against other people. And she here, it's like she's had enough. She's dropped the swords, right? She no longer wants to fight. She no longer wants to, deal with this. She's turned her back and she is walking away. She's put down the sword. She's walking away. In the traditional tarot, the Six of Swords is shown. There's a woman, right, with her child. She's in a boat. And she's sailing away. She has her back turned. She's sailing from choppy waters into calmer waters. And that's really what the Six of Swords is about. It's about leaving behind, a situation that was maybe difficult, and then moving towards calmer waters, moving towards, a calmer situation, a better situation for you. And that is kind of what's in your environment, what's going on now. So this is you being very strong, very resolute as the Emperor, as you, navigate these waters of the moving away and heading into better things. And, and again, with that at the center of your reading as well, there's definitely a moving away of leaving something behind. But whatever you're leaving behind, you're heading towards something that's going to be better for you and something that's going to bring you greater emotional happiness, fulfillment, right? And there is success. I mean, you're hoping for success here. You have the Six of Wands as your hope or fear card. And, this is the card of victory. I mean, the man here, you can see this is fire energy. He's the victor. There's the laurel, right? We have the laurel. It's kind of around the lion or at the feet of the lion here. He has the crystal, right, with his vision. So he has the vision. He has the strength of the lion here. He has, he's definitely, he's achieved some type of recognition. Sometimes the Six of Wands comes in when there is, you've worked hard. This is recognition for a job well done. As it's wands, so more fire energy. It can be in the work sector. This could be you getting a raise, you getting a promotion. It's you standing out, right? You standing out and you receiving some type of accolades. And so you're hoping for that. You're hoping to be recognized, for something, for a job well done, possibly for this new endeavor. You're hoping for success, right? You're hoping that this new vision and this new excitement and spark of, ambition or opportunity, whatever this new path is, you're hoping for success on this new path. And then you have another card which speaks of new beginnings, new paths with the Fool card. So as you leave the month of July heading into August, you have new beginnings. This is major arcana, right? And the Fool is all about taking that leap of faith, trusting, right? Trusting in the universe, trusting in a brand new cycle. The Fool is the zero in the major arcana, and the Fool starts off at the zero card and goes through all of the, the spiritual lessons until reaching card number 21, which is the World. And then there's a completion of that very long chapter or cycle, and then it returns back to the zero card, the Fool card. So this is, there are brand new beginnings here. And yes, it might seem a little bit scary to, set off, especially if this is you setting off, on your own, to work on your own, starting up your own business, or, going off on a different path that maybe, it's something completely different. It can seem a little bit scary. This card is all about trusting in the universe, trusting in, divine timing, trusting in divine intervention, trusting that this is meant to happen. You starting off, embarking on this new journey, it's supposed to happen. It's meant to happen. It's time for it to happen. You're leaving behind things. You're heading off. And the overall energy for the month is the Nine of Pentacles. I mean, it's great. It's very solid energy. This is more earth energy. Sometimes this card, it's referred to as like the self-reliant bachelor or bachelorette card. It's that, she has worked long and hard to get to where she is, but she's managed to build that life that she always envisioned for herself. And that's the, sort of the overall energy for the whole month. It's you just being, the energy here is very strong, with the Magician, the Emperor, this Nine of Pentacles, the High Priestess. It's all about these sort of new beginnings, but also you manifesting, you being in control, you heading down this path. You have this, you've created this life that you envision for yourself. You can see she's in this beautiful garden. She has all of the pentacles, which have taken a long time. You don't get to Nine of Pentacles overnight. She's worked long and hard for this, but she's looking very, she has this beautiful peacock. She's proud of this life that she's created. She has this tiger next to her. It's all very, very, abundant. And so this is, with this over the whole month, even though there might be, a little bit of sadness as you transition here out of one thing into the other, it all looks very solid. I mean, it's sort of solid. You have, the Victor card right here with the Six of Wands. You're manifesting. You're leaving behind things, and it all looks very positive. Let's take a look at your the oracle cards. I like to read the full meaning for these cards. Let me start off here with card number 6. This card is self-belief, and it says, self-belief is the magic key that opens up a better, more inspired future, a future in which I do all the things I've dreamed of doing, even if I don't know how to do them just yet. I'm on my own side now, backing myself. Following my own star, I will do it my own way and in my own time, comparing myself to no one. Enjoying the adventure, I will see how far I can go, surprising myself as I move beyond old self-imposed limits. As I take this journey of discovery, I know I'll figure it out as I go step by step. I give myself permission to ask for help or go back to the drawing board, because that is the part of the process of finding my way to a new place. Today, I am stretching into the unknown, into new territory, and daring to be bigger, bolder, and freer than I was only yesterday. Yes, and I do feel this. I feel this, this self-belief and this power. I mean, it's definitely coming through, this very powerful energy coming off the cards here. So I got chills right now. I like your cards for this month. Let's take a look at the other one. We have Traveling Lightly. And this card says, release what doesn't support you. A busy life and the accumulation of more than you need creates static. Clear internal and external clutter, do what matters, and release the rest to find peace, grace, and stillness. Simplify your life, otherwise it's difficult to hear the voice of the Creator. Create time to rest and rejuvenate. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know, on the journey we often gather things that don't support us. It's time to say goodbye to fellow travelers, situations, and others that don't bring out the best in you. Keep what works and let go of the rest. Doing what is essential and releasing everything else is one of the fastest ways to align with the tranquil vibration of the spiritual realm. Clear things from your schedule that do not advance your life forward. Even a small amount of this cleansing can make an immense difference. And I think that has to do with, we have the transitioning cards and the leaving behind, right? Leaving certain things in the past and then just moving on. So there could be, for some of you, there could be a need to leave not just situations, but actual, say, relationships, people. But these are things, these are relationships, these are people that maybe, they aren't on this new path, and you do have this new path of the Fool, right? And you can see that you are heading off onto this new path, right? And it's alone, and it's very much about, this could be a decision that, it's very much about you and where you want to go from here. And which is why it's, it's all about you believing in yourself and you setting off on this new path and you making the decision. I'm getting a lot of, you coming through with this. Which, it's not all, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It definitely looks very positive here. So there could be some need, or need to declutter your life in some way before or as you embark on this new path. But definitely, looks like a good month for you. So I do hope that the messages have helped you in some way. I thank you for joining me today. Look forward to reading for you again. And just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful month of July. Bye for now.